Well, hello and good morning, Sudoku friends, and welcome to the New York Times Hard Sudoku Puzzle. This is Saturday, 20th of January, 2024. Let's get started. And why not get started with a 3? We have a couple of 3's blocking these 4 squares, and we have this 3 blocking here and this 3 blocking here. So a 3 must go exactly here. And there's something also going on with the 8s. I can see that these two 8s block across here, and this 8 blocks up. So here's an 8. This 5 blocks down here. This 5 blocks across. One of these must be a 5. So now we know that one of these is a 5. And since this 5 blocks here, we also know that one of these 3 must be a 5. And we got a couple of 2's blocking down and up. One of these must be a 2. A 6 blocks across here and a 6 blocks up. One of these 2 squares must be a 6. So therefore, we are going to have a 6 in one of these 3 squares. I'm just saying all this as, well, a public service, I guess. And it makes it easier for me to remember later on where I think I should be looking for some new digits. This 8 blocks here, this 8 blocks here, this 8 blocks here and here. Therefore, an 8 must go here. Now we have these two 8's blocking here, 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 and here. Therefore, an 8 must go in one of these 2 squares. We also have an 8 blocking this square. So for row 2, there are restrictions as far as the 8 is concerned. This 8 and this 8 block here and here as well. So here's where the 8 goes. We have a 6 blocking across here, and we have a 6 blocking down here. One of these 2 squares has got to be a 6. And this goes to 6 blocks these squares here. This 6 blocks here, so here's a 6. We need to find a 4, 5, 6, and a 9 for row 7. There's a 4, 5, and a 9 staring at this square. Therefore, it's got to be a 6. And now a 4, 5, and a 9 for these squares. I'm not sure I can do much about that yet, but I'm sure we'll get to it soon enough. I think we agreed that one of these must be a 5. Let me recap. This 5 blocks down here and here. This 5 blocks here. So one of these must be a 5 blocking up. So we got a 5 blocking down and a ghost 5 blocking up, giving me a 5 for this square or for this square. But now this 5 blocks here, giving me a 5 here or here. Therefore, there is no way that this square can be a 5. The 5 must go here. 2, 4, 7 here now. And I am not sure I can do anything with that. But it is clear now that one of these must be a 7, because we have a 7 blocking here and a 7 blocking here. So this square cannot be a 7. And we have a 7 blocking here, so one of these 2 squares must be a 7. We still need to find a 7 for column 5. Therefore, a 7 must go here or here. We also have an 8 in one of these 2 squares, because this 8 blocks up and this 8 blocks up. So we got 7 and 8 here. Therefore, we just need to find a 4 and a 1 for these 2 squares. So the 4 blocks here. So this must be a 1 and this must be a 4. This 4 blocks across. This 4 blocks across. Here's another 4. And now, in addition to the 7 that must go in one of these 2 squares, we also have a 2. This 2 fortunately blocks down. So here's a 7 and here's a 2. This 7 blocks down. This 7 blocks across. Here's a 7. And we do remember, I'm sure, that one of these had to be a 5. Now the 5 must go here. Here we'll be looking for a 9 and a 6. And therefore, none of these can be a 9. And the 9 therefore must go here. And now we can figure out what this is going to be, because these must be 9 and 6. These must be a 1 and 3. This, therefore, has got to be a 4. So 7, 8, 1, 3, 6. We can't place any of those yet. But we can do something about the missing 4 and 9 here in row 7. The 9 now forces a 4 to go here, and the 9 goes here. We now have these two 9s blocking up here, and these two 9s blocking across here, so the corner square has got to be a 9. We have these two 4s blocking these 3 squares, and this 4 blocking here. Here's a 4, therefore. We need a 4 also for column 2. This 4 blocks here, this 4 blocks here, this 4 blocks here, and this 4 blocks here. Therefore, the 4 goes here. 1, 2, and 6 across here. This 6 blocks here, this 6 blocks here, so the 6 has got to go here. These two now must be a 1, 2 remote pair. We have a 4 blocking down and a 4 blocking across. Here's another 4, the last 4 for today, by the way. And here now we're looking for a 2 and a 1. The 1 blocks over, here's a 2, here's a 1. Let's see if we can do something with a 2 now. We know that one of these had got to be a 2 and the other must be a 1. The 2 now forces a 1 to go here, and the 2 must go here. Still a 6 and a 9 here, still no joy. But we have this 6 blocking across and this 6 blocking up. So a 6 goes here. Now a 2, 7, and a 3 for these squares. Can we do something? 2, 7, and 3. No, not really. But we know, because of this 7 blocking up, that one of these is a 7. And that takes care of the 7, 8 pair we had here. Now this must be the 8 and this must be the 7, right? This 8 blocks up. This 8 blocks across. An 8 here. Now we need one more 8. It goes down here somewhere. 2 8s blocking here and here and here. This 8 blocks here as well. So the last 8 for today goes here. Here now a 5 and a 1. The 1 blocks up. 5 here, 1 here. Therefore, a 1 here and a 3 here. The square can only be a 5. Which blocks down? This 5 blocks up and up. Therefore, a 5 goes here. And this must be a 7. These two squares must be a 2 and one more, a 3, of course. 2 and 3, yes. Can we do something with that? We also have a 2 and a 3 here. So this can't be a 2 and it cannot be a 3. A unique rectangle says that there are only 3 empty squares, and since this cannot be a 2 and it cannot be a 3, I'm pretty sure that is going to be a 7. Let's try and see if we can solve this without knowing this pattern, just for fun. Here are 6 and a 9. The 6 blocks down, 9 goes here, 6 here, and therefore a 9 here, right? 9 blocks up and 9 blocks down and 9 blocks over, 9 here. Here are 2, 6, and a 5. 2, 6, 5. Well, 2 and 6 here then, and the 6 blocks over. Therefore, 2 goes here and the 6 here. If we can't solve it one way, we'll find another way, right? And this 2 now blocks down, giving me a 5 here and a 2 here, of course. This 5 blocks up, and this 5 blocks over. 5 must go here. Here a 1, therefore a 1 here, and a 3 here, and a 3 here. This must be a 7, and this therefore has got to be a 6. Now let's look at our unique rectangle, which isn't a unique rectangle anymore. We need to find a 2, 3, and a 7. The 7 blocks up, the 7 blocks over. Here's a 7 as I predicted. This is a 2, 3. The 3 now blocks. Here's a 2, here's a 3, and here is the final 2. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.